Hello everyone, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. I'm here to solve a classic Sudoku created by Waffles the dog. I think this is most probably the pen name of the author. In my opinion, this is a very hard classic Sudoku which requires some really unique steps to finish it. I've solved this classic already. The link to solve this is in the description of the video. This is a hard classic, as I said, but it certainly deserves a video. I hope you enjoy this video. So the rules are simple. Each row, each column, and 3 by 3 box in the grid has digits 1 to 9, no repetitions. With that, we'll start this classic Sudoku. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. We'll really be motivated to see your subscription. Okay, let's start with ones. One isn't in row 4 or column 1, so one goes here. Just the two ones in the grid, so nothing much. Let's try with maybe sixes. So we get a 6 in column 1 by scanning, and that puts 6 in row 9 here. 6 is not in column 8 or in row 5, so 6 goes here, and that gives me one more 6 in column 7. Okay, 6 in row 4 has to be in one of these two cells, and 6 in row 2 has 3 options. So let's move on to a different digit, 5s. 5 in column 9 has to be in one of these two cells, which can be instantly deciphered. 5 goes here, and 5 in row 9 has to be in one of these two cells, so that gives us a pair which is also instantly deciphered. So that is a 5 and that is a 6. Okay, now the 6 in row 2 can be reduced to one of two cells. And continuing in the 5s, 5 in column 6 has to be in one of these two cells. 5 is not in column 2 and in row 6 of box 4, so that gives 5 in one of these two cells, which gives a 5 here. Excellent. And 5s in rows 1 and 2 gives me a 5 in one of these two cells, which means I can place the 5 here and the final 5 here. So I've got all the 5s in the grid. Now it's time to start making some center candidates. Of course, we can persist with corner marking, but let's do some center marking. For example, this column is almost close to completion. The remaining digits are 4, 7, and 9. This would be 7, 9. This is 4, 7, and that is 4, 7, 9. Okay, I'm seeing some easy digits that we can put in the grid. 9 goes here. 9 in rows 4 and 6, that gives a 9 here, which puts a 1 here. 9 is in row 3, 9 is in column 9, so 9 goes here. And that gives 9 in one of these two cells. Okay, so time to make some center marking again. This box right here has only 3 digits left, which are 1, 4, and 7. And look at this box. This is almost over. The remaining digits are 2, 4, 7, and 2 must be in one of these two cells. Okay, so what do we do here? Maybe we can do some marking along row 3, 2, 5, 9, 6, and 8. So 1, 3, 4, and 7. This would be 4, 7. This would be 1, 3, 7. This would be 3, 4, 7. And you can have all 4 possibilities in here. And let's look at row 6. Okay, 8 can be placed in row 6. 8 goes here. and that gives me another 8. 8 is not in columns 7 and 9 of box 9, so I get an 8 here, and that puts an 8 in one of these two cells. Okay, this row is almost close to completion. So as you can see, I'm using a mix of both center marking and corner marking, because this grid necessitates that. You can see there are quite some areas where almost the entire row or column is filled, and at the same time this grid also facilitates corner marking at several places. 2 is not here in row 6. That gives a 2 here, which means this would be 4 and 7. So these are the only 2 cells left to be written in this row. Okay, look at these 2 cells. 2, 5, 6, 8 and 9 and 4 are eliminated, so they must be 1, 3 and 7, right? No more digits are possible, and 1 is not possible here, so that's a 3, 7. Now I have a triplet in box 3, which means this will be 2 and 9, and I have a 2 here, so that is 2 and that is 9. Wonderful. So I've got some more 9s, which means 9 must be in one of these 2 cells in column 7. Okay, 2's in rows 1 and 3, so that means 2 must go in one of these 2 cells. Now I'm looking at column 5, which is almost over. Let's write some digits in there. 2, 4, 7 and 2, 1, 7. You have a 4 here, so this is 2, 7 and 2, 4, 7. Okay, that is an easy digit. Looking at the 2's, I get one more 2 here, which gives me a 2 in here. Wonderful. Let's look at the 2's carefully again. 2 must be in one of these 2 cells. There is a 2 here, there is a 2 here, and nothing more, right? Okay, let's focus on row 1 a bit here. I'm trying to simulate my solve as much as what I did during my prior to making the video, so that you get an actual idea of how the solver would go through the Sudoku. 1, 5, 6, 2, 1, 9 and 8, 3, 4, 7, 8 along row 1. So this is 3, 4, 7 and this is 4, 7, 8. So this can take all the digits. Okay, so if you look at row column 9, 4 must be in one of these 2 cells. This is a really important deduction. As you will see in the later stages of the Sudoku, it's important to keep in mind that 4 is in one of these 2 cells. So by now you must have got an idea of how crucial 4's and 7's will be in the grid. So everywhere you see there are a lot of 4's and 7's strewn all across. So this is one of the areas I was trying to think a lot until I saw this beautiful deduction. It's not so easy to see, but once you see, it's very, very hard to miss. So I'm going to use some coloring here to show how this exact step works. This is just a wonderful and unique step, I would say. So let me show you. Let's shade this red. So this will obviously be opposite of that. So this will be a pink. Now if you look at box 8, where does the pink go? It's obviously in one of these 2 cells, right? I'm just going to track the pinks, although in some boxes I may not know the exact position, but it will be useful. So we know that pinks must be in one of these 2 cells in column 5. Now if this is a red, so this will be a pink. Now in box 1, so the deduction is really heating up now. The pink must be in one of these cells, right? You do not know where exactly, but you just know that being 4 and 7, you cannot have anywhere here or here or here, so it must be here. Now if you look closely, pink is in one of these three cells, so it can't be here. Pink is in one of these two cells, so it can't be here. So pink must be in one of these three cells. Now if you look closely, if you have a 4 in the pink cell, then pink must be in one of these three cells, and that will break the Sudoku. What a wonderful deduction, guys. I'm not sure if this is the intended step, but it took me a moment to sit back and enjoy how beautiful and logical this deduction is. Very, very tough one to see. Actually, I have skipped some of the things that I found prior to reaching this deduction, because I don't think they are really necessary. For instance, I've spotted this XYZ wing. There is a 3-7 here, 3-4-7 here, 4-7 here, which means from this cell you will be able to eliminate a 7. That's how an XYZ wing works. I don't need to explain that now. It's not really relevant to the Sudoku. So you can eliminate 4 from the pink cells, because if you do have a 4 in that cell, 4 is forced here, and that breaks the Sudoku. This is the first and most wonderful reduction in the Sudoku. So let's force 7s in all the pinks. 7s here. This is a 7. And that means that will be a 7 here. So that's not a 7. 7 is in one of these two cells. 7 is not here. 3, 4. And 7 is in one of these two cells. So this is a 4. So there is a 7-9 pair. Excellent, guys. Now I have 7s here. I have 7s here. So in row 1, 7 is going into this cell. This is a 1-3 pair. Now along column 9, 1-3-4 and 1-3-4, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1-3-4, 1-3-4. Excellent. Okay. This will be 3, 4 and 8 for the row with 3 in one of these two cells. So let me take a pause here. Okay, 7 here removes the 7 from this cell. Okay, row 4 has limited possibilities or limited cells left to be filled. 1, 2, 5, 7, 8 and 9. So I need 3, 4, 6, right? So this is 3, 4, 3, 4, 6 and 3, 4, 6. Okay, let's look at row 9 a bit. 5, 6, 8, 2 and 3. So 1, 4, 7, 9. You have 1 and 9 in column 2. So this is 4, 7. And do I really need to make more pencil marking? What did I find here? Let me just continue making markings. Let's look at this cell. 2, 5, 6, 8, 3 and 9. So this is going to be 1, 4, 7. Okay, this cell right here has to be 3, 7 or 8. So getting really tricky here. 2, 5, 7, 8, 9 and 4. So this is 1, 3 and 6. Okay, let's look at column 2 and this cell. This is going to be 4, 7 or 8, and which means 3 must be in one of these two cells in column 2. Look at this cell. 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 7 and 4. So this is 8 or a 9. Excellent. a bi-value cell. What am I missing here? Okay, if you look at this cell, cannot be 6, 8, 9, 2 and 5 and a 3. So it is 1, 4 or a 7. And we also know that 7 is in one of these two cells, so this is also not a 7. Now, so this is one of the most important deductions in the Sudoku apart from this earlier step. If you would like to pause the video here and try to find it yourself, you can do so. I'll pause myself for a second or two. Okay, so if you have found this deduction, then give yourself a pat. If not, it's fine. Not so easy to find, so you can always better yourself the next time. So look at this cell, these two cells. I said that this is going to help us in the later part of the solve. Now, if this cell is a 4, look carefully what happens. A 4 is posted here, right? And a 4 is posted here. If this cell is a 4, 4 is posted in both the yellow cells just by normal Sudoku, and that removes 4 from column 9. So how do you call this logic? Is it Wing or something else? Not sure, but you can't have a 4 here. These are all a razor sharp reduction, guys. Not so easy to see, but very important in the context of the Sudoku. So this cannot be a 4. Now you'll see how fast the Sudoku gets completed. This is 1, 3, 1. This will be 3, 4. And you have a 3, 4 pair which is resolved instantly. 4, 3, 4, and that gives 4 here, which gives 1 here, which gives 7 here. Excellent. This will be a 1, 7 to complete the box, and you have a 2, 4 to complete the row. Let's remove that. And because of a 4 here, so this is 4, this is 2. So now you have a 3, 6 pair. And let's complete row 8. This is 3. This is 1 or 7. A 3 is here, so that's a 4, 7, and this becomes a 3. Now I don't have a 1 here, a 3 here, so this is a 6, which means this is 3, this is 6, this is 4, that is 8, that's 9, 7. So you can see that the Sudoku is imploding now. That's a 4, that's a 9, and this gives us 7 here because of 4. This is 7, this is 8, and 7 here gives me a 7 here, a 1 here, a 1 here, 7 here, and 9 here, a 4 here, a 1 here. It's just finishing off the Sudoku now. 7, 2, 3, and 8. What an amazing Sudoku by Waffles the dog. So I'll just remove this red. Why is this red being here? It all started with understanding that there are a lot of 7s in the grid, 7s and maybe 3s and 1s, and then getting the idea that we started with where did we start? I think somewhere here, right? 4, 7. So and then we got a ping here that forced a ping here, which means we got another ping here, and that really eliminated 4 from being in the ping. That was the start to the Sudoku, and then it was all about seeing that a 4 here forced 4 in both of these cells, which will eliminate 4 from column 9. A wonderful classic Sudoku. So do let us know your thoughts and comments, and if you had solved this any other way, we'll be happy to see your comments. So see you soon. Bye bye.